Today we're going to talk about why this birch tree behind me might be the most valuable resource for the woodsman of the eastern woodlands. Now honestly, with this tree, you don't need to know leaves, you don't need to know how the branches grow, nothing. All that you need to know is that when you look at it, it looks like it is shedding. It looks like the bark is just peeling right off of the tree. That's a telltale sign that you have yellow birch on your hands. Now when it comes to birch like this, the bark has volatile oils in it. So what that means for us as outdoors people is that it is great for fire starting. So whenever we are going to ignite something, this is like nature's perfect fire starter, at least in my opinion. Because of the oils, it's waterproof, so even if it's raining and you pull this off, the oils help repel the water away from this, you're still gonna be able to ignite it. And then you can also utilize this bark to render the oil out of it. So it's very difficult, other than using any type of animal fat, to find a good grease or oil for your tools, be that wood or metal. But in this case, if you understand how to render out the oil of this bark, you get yourself a really good supply of birch oil, which is great for all your tools. So honestly, what is so awesome and why I love yellow birch so much is because this bark, when it comes to fire starting, is phenomenal. It lights with an open flame source. It lights with a high intensity spark like a ferrocerium rod. And then you can even use it with char cloth. So as you can see, this is the finest, most paper-like bark out of the whole group of bark that I picked. So that is what's important. Almost looks like hay in some sections, like in here. Super small, super thin. It feels super light. And you also want to make sure there is not a lot of dampness in this. Unlike the other methods, dampness is really going to hurt this. And although this will still burn because it has oils in it, with the flint and steel and the char cloth, it's just not as good. Next huge trick is to use enough char cloth for this. You can always make more once you get your fire going, so it's important you use enough. Boom, and just like that, we have fire. And then finally, what I also discussed, I'm gonna put a link below, is how to render birch oil. Very, very simple process. A little bit time consuming, but definitely worthwhile for metal and wood. Now birch is also really, really nice for carving. If you cut it while it's green and carve it, it seasons really, really well. You can also break off the branches like when we were kids and then suck on it and you get that nice birch flavor. So definitely a very important tree to understand in eastern woodlands. So go out, have fun with this one, get the family involved, everybody. You're gonna have a good time with it. So this was Dan Wowak with Coalcracker Bushcraft. As always, check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com. And until next video, stay in the woods.